All right, now let's take a look at updating data. So here in handle update method, we get a post object. Let's say we want to change the title of this post. So we update it like this. So we have modified an object in memory. Now we need to send this object to the server or to the backend for persistence. So once again, we use Axios for that. But here we have two methods for updating data. We have put and patch. What is the difference? We use patch to update one or more properties, or put to update all properties. Let me show you. So first I'm going to use put. Now as the first argument, once again, we need to pass the URL, but this time our URL is a little bit different. So we have API endpoint. This references the entire posts collection. But in this case, we're updating a specific post, so we should include the post ID in the URL. So back here, we have our API endpoint. Let's append a slash and then post.id. Of course, a better way to rewrite this is using template literals in ES6, but for now, let's just not get hung up on these little details. Now, as a second argument, we need to pass the data to be sent to the server. When using the put method, we should send the entire post object. So we put that here. In contrast, if we use the patch method, we don't have to send the entire post object. We can send only one or more properties, and these are the properties we want to update. For example, let me duplicate this. We can call patch, and here, instead of sending the entire post object, we send a custom object that has the title property set to post the title. So we are sending only the properties that should be updated. That is the difference between put and patch. Now we don't need this here, so let's delete this. So we call put, we get a promise, we should await that, and also apply the async keyword here. We get the response, we can pick the data property, and then we can log this on the console. Let's have a quick look. So here I'm going to update the first post. This is the object we get from the server. So the server returns the entire post object. We have body, ID, title, which is updated, and user ID. In order to update an object, or more accurately, a resource, we send an HTTP request to a given endpoint. In that endpoint, we have the ID of that resource. The server gets that ID and the object we put in the body of the request, and then returns that object or that resource in the body of the response. Now, in this example, we're not going to use this object. So to simplify the code, I'm going to delete this constant. So we have sent our post object to the server. Finally, we need to update the UI. So just like before, we need to clone our posts array. We create a new object and spread this.state.posts. Next, we need to find the index of this post in this array. So constant index, we set it to posts.index of post. Now we go to that index, so posts of index, create a new object, and then spread the post argument. And finally, this that set state, we pass our posts array here. Save the changes. Let's test the application. So once again, I'm going to update the first post. You can see the title is changed. Let's try another one. Beautiful. Next, I'm going to show you how to delete data.